Hi, in this video let's discuss about the manufacturing planning and control. The manufacturing planning and control is a system which is concerned with the planning and controlling of all the manufacturing, including the managing of materials, scheduling missions and people, and controlling suppliers and the key customers. Because these activities change over time and respond differently to different markets and company strategies. So it is very important, and one of the major vital function of manufacturing planning and control. It takes care of materials. So it is important to manage the flow of materials more efficiently and utilize the people and environment to respond to customers' requirement by exploiting the capacity to the fullest and extent of the supplier to the fullest. What is the most important function? It is mainly to acquire the necessary and relevant information from the customers on the product needs, their delivery dates, and the product status. This overall effectiveness provides the best leverage on decision making, since it provides supports to managers meticulously on making decisions on such items. So we divide the supporting activities of MPC system roughly into 3 time horizons. Number 1, the long term, medium term or the intermediate term, and the short term. So the system takes care of the information needed to make decision on what is appropriate capacity to match the market demand in future. That we call it as a long term decision. So the long term decision, why we are giving more important is that it is always highly capital intensive, because it requires additional plant or the expansion of the existing system, existing plant permanently. So it is necessary for the firm to provide the appropriate mix of human resources capabilities, technology and geographical decision to meet the firm's future needs. So long term is highly a capital intensive, where company has to share lots of money to make it happen. Matching supply and demand in terms of both volume and product mix is what a basic MPC that addresses at the intermediate level. So what does the intermediate level MPC does? It takes care of planning for the right quantities of material to arrive at the right time and place the appropriate product production and distribution. So MPC at intermediate level helps to maintain appropriate levels of raw materials, work in progress and finished goods, inventories in the correct locations to meet market needs. Another aspect of intermediate term task is providing customers with information on expected delivery item and communicating to suppliers the correct quantities and the delivery times for the material and supply. So what does the MPC does in the short term? In the short term, a detailed scheduling of resources is required to meet the production requirement, because it is a day-on-day activity. So as the day-to-day activities continue, the MPC system track the use of resources and execution results to report on material consumption, labor utilization, equipment utilization and completion of customer orders and other important measures of manufacturing performance. So now move on to MPC's framework. You can see the framework of MPC system that would be used within the firm for planning and controlling its manufacturing operations. This is divided into 3 parts, or we can call it as 3 phases. So the top third, or the front end, it is a set of activities and systems for overall direction settings, and this phase establishes the overall company direction for manufacturing planning and control. So demand management. Demand management encompasses the forecasting customer end product demand, order entry, order promising, accommodating interplant and intercompany demand and spare parts requirements. Sales and operations planning. It balances the sales and marketing plans with available production resources. The master production schedule is disaggregated version of the sales and operation plan. That is, It states which end items or product options manufacturing will build in the future. So the MPS must support the sales and operation plan. Moving on to resource planning. The resource planning determines the capacity necessary to produce the required products now and in the future. In the long run, this means capital investment, while in the short run, it means labor and machine hours. So, resource planning provides the basis for matching manufacturing plans and capacity. The middle third, or we can call it as the master production schedule, that directly feeds the demand material planning module. So MRP determines the period by period plans, or we can say it is a time phase for all component parts and raw materials required to produce all parts of the MPS. So bottom third, or the back end, right? We have supplier system and the shop floor system. This bottom third or back end, the system configuration depends on the product manufactured and the production process employed. For example, a firm producing a large variety of products using thousands of parts often group all equipment of a similar type into a single work center. So their shop floor system establishes a priorities for all shop orders at each work center, so the orders can be properly scheduled. So what could be the success for the manufacturing planning and control system? So there are 5 important stages for the success of manufacturing planning and control. So here the 5 stages are given: stage 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. In the very first stage, we have a strategic business plan. We all know what is the strategy for a company. These are all a short-term and the long-term goals which the business tries to achieve it. So it is a statement, right? Statement of the goals, objectives and the profitability, productivity and the key areas of the business of the company. So this gives a general direction about how company can achieve its objectives. So a well laid out plan drives the business very positively. So very important first stage. The second stage is sales and operation plan. It is an integral part of planning because it gives a major input to the MPS. So due care should be given to this. A well worked out plan that will give you a complete data on the sales, marketing, product development and operations. So this will give forth to complete assessed and market potential and future demand. So moving on to the third stage, that is the master production schedule. So here MPC delivers a master schedule with an anticipated build schedule by specific product configuration, quantities and dates. So MPS needs validity through the rough capacity planning, and the output of MPS is the input to the material requirement planning stage. So as usual, after the master production plan, we move on to the material requirement planning. MRP uses bills of material data, inventory data and MPS to calculate requirement for the materials. So it makes a recommendation to release or replenishment orders for materials, and it is the time phased output. MRP makes recommendations to reschedule open orders. The output of MRP goes into the purchasing and production activity control stage. So the last stage, the purchasing and production activity control, we call that as the PAC, right? So purchasing is responsible for establishing and controlling the flow of raw materials into the factory. The level of detail is very high since it is involved individual components, work centers and orders, including reviewing plans and revising them as needed daily. So PAC manages routing and dispatching at a production facility and performs supplier control also. It also schedules, controls, measures and evaluates the effectiveness of production operations. So we have gone through a thorough, detailed information on manufacturing planning and control. Thank you.